Hello, Selena. I guess Timberlake and Warwick. Um, Everybody there at ASAP Tickets. I'm gonna mess with my computer just a second. I get pop-ups, but I'm gonna try in this. Um, okay, here it is. Uh, you know, Warwick. It was good talking to you, and you got caught up into talking to me like Selena's been doing for 2 years. Selena, if I really didn't know what to think. I mean, until Warwick called, uh, I really thought I lost you. I'm still not sure. I love you, and I hate to leave on that note, knowing I'd never see you ever again. That just bothers the dickens out of me. Everything's gotten beautiful, better than it ever was before, because Allah, okay, this is going for Warwick and Timberlake and everybody else ASAP tickets. You know you're gonna be buying my tickets, okay? If you don't get my tickets, I'm going to get them through Expedia, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to be there. I'm going to get the tickets immediately if I can't pay for them now. I got sidetracked here because Selena, I wasn't talking to you, meaning I was prepared to stay in a trailer. That me and my son were going to stay in a trailer, and I'm buying a trailer, and so I had to spend quite a bit of money, or plan to spend a lot of money to get this thing before I can come to Cairo. Not for just me, my son too. Now, the trailer, even though the payments are small, it's like $100 a month, you know, uh, it's brand new. And it's my son will be live in, uh, even if I come to Cairo. Now, here's the thing, I'm coming to Cairo. The reason I'm coming to Cairo, uh, Selena, Warwick, even Timberlake, even one of the guys up there at the Safari Hotel, Mahi or Muhammad, uh, they can do it from the from the Safari Hotel on the fifth floor, if it has to be. I'll be making a YouTube video, and I'll be making shorts, what they call a really short thing, to get my interest. What I'm planning to tell you is this: when I come there in 30 days, I'm basically come for Selena, but not to take her from there, only to get started, to bring her my books, to get them translated into uh, Arabic and Egyptian, and to pay her $200 every time she translates uh, a book for me. Um, this is how God's coin's going to work. Now, here's what's going to happen with all of Egypt. I'm going to go live on YouTube. I have to have 50 hits, 50 people likes before I can start. Um, how do you say? Before I can start making podcasts, streaming. My problem is that nobody knows me. If I can have to, I'll talk on the radio. I need a translator. That's what I need. Selena, Timberlake, Warwick, Mahi, uh, Muhammad. All of you speak well English, and you can translate my videos as I speak. I like to have a studio rather than a room, but we can accommodate even in a room, any room. We love to have a room. Selena, I'd love to do it at your house. I mean, with your brother, filming and you translating on. uh, with your parents to hear what I say. This will be a great meeting for me to meet your brother, your sister, your mother, your father. If I could come there to make a video, your brother be ready to make a video and come to see them, because you'll understand where I'm coming from. Your whole family will understand where I'm coming. Now I just happen to be washing clothes as I'm making this video, but you can ignore that because and see that I don't understand why I don't turn this off and start over. But the point of the matter is, it's I go through a lot to make these videos because they can't stand me making the videos. I'm fighting the same problems, worldly problems. Everybody has no respect. No respect for nothing, God, no respect for me. No respect at all. Everybody would rather me not make these videos. Here's the point. I'm going to make a point. You could see my face. I'm not that I don't look my age, but you could see my point. That Allah gets treated exactly like I'm treated, and just like you're treated. You're treated. Uh, you know, your company treats you. I know we abused the company for 2 years by talking on the phone so much, and we always talked about God. You are you love God. Maybe that's why, and that's half of why I love you, Selena. But here's the point. I'm coming. I'm coming on radio, and I need a translator, somebody to translate. It could be anybody that speaks good enough English. I'll pay them just like the $200, whatever to make the videos and the things for with me. I'd love to have 2 or 3 people that we're doing it not just for the money, but just for the love of what I'm saying. What I'm telling you is the truth. What religion can call itself a religion? And I believe God lives here in me. You know, if God's living here in me and God's living in you, first off, I'm talking to you. I'm not special. You're the one that's special. Okay? That's the point. I am not special at all. You're the one that's special. God has me talking to you. He picked you out of everybody else. So that means you're working for God already. He's already chosen you. Now, here's the thing. I need a translator. I'm going to speak. I'm going to speak. And I'm going to ask people, where's God? And if you admit to the fact that God lives inside you, I'm going to say, well, if I live inside you, how come you're Islamic? How come you're a Christian? How come you're a Jew? I was going to ask the Jews this in Palestine. Don't ever use the name God. Ever use the name God, Allah. You never use any name associated with Jesus Christ, God, Allah, or anybody. If you're going to kill somebody or you don't do anything about killing or even have the feeling, it doesn't matter what they do because you know nothing about God. God lives in everybody and he lives in you. You care nothing about the unborn that are living in you, and you care nothing about those in your DNA, your family, and your ancestors that you will see. You're living in all your cousins, all your relatives, all your aunts and uncles that are living on this earth right now. When you die, you're going to be living through that, in them and through them. Yeah, you're going to feel, see, hear, touch, everything but be able to walk and talk and use your hands. This is it. This is it. You're still attached. If you have a deceased person like I have a bunch of them, yes, I become their hands and feet and mouth, just like I did for God. When I became the hands and feet of God, that's who I speak for. And God has a lot to talk about. He wants to teach us. Is this something I got to fight with a wash machine? to make a video about God, the most important discussion we could ever have, and I'm putting up with the wash machine. Huh? The wash machine that's going to give you every Egyptian. I'm going to tell every Egyptian right now they can get their God's coin. They can get their God's coin. They can't cash it in yet. They can't withdraw. Not till the bank's built. But you can start collecting the God's coin now. They can come sign up and get your name and your birth date on my list. That's what I need Selena for, to keep track of those names on this computer or her computer or whatever. I need somebody that can record names, addresses, not addresses, but names, birthdays, and I'll give that, and I'll know their account by their name. I know their account by their birth name, their birth date. Who else can do that? I don't have to have your fingerprints. I don't have to have anything but your name, and your birthday to look you up. And I know how many God's coins I promised you, and I'll give you every bit. Now, every God's coin, when I get there, it's only happening in Egypt now. Egypt is it. The first thing I'm coming on this video for is to tell every Egyptian right now, you have 5 million Egyptian pounds waiting on you. For every child and every person in your household, no matter how young they are or how old they are, they're in your household. Even if they're not related to you and you're caring for them in your household. I don't care if they're living with you and you're renting a room to them. They can come, because every Egyptian, that there's 160 million Egyptians. Every 160 million Egyptians got to have 160 God's coin bank accounts, and you got to come collect you don't get a God's coin. It's just I had to collect. You come to the bank and I say, oh yeah, you got a God's coin coming to you. Now, if you're 18 or over, you're going to get one God's coin added to your account every month, regardless if there's a bank or not. You can collect your God's coins and get ready. Now, I need every Egyptian to start getting the God's coins, starts giving me the thumbs up, these things, the thumbs up on videos, and listening to the videos. That's all you got to do. Listen to the videos and give me the thumbs up. You know what it's going to be like when somebody gets 160 million thumbs up? That's more in 1 month. If we can get the word to all of Egypt in 1 month, please just watch the video, go and listen to it in Arabic or in Egyptian. I'd love to be making it in Arabic and have it in closed caption. Somebody typing it in closed caption on the podcast. I'd love to be answering the phones as people ask me questions. I can do that after I got make 50 successful videos and get the likes. When I get that, I can make my thing a two-way conversation. People can call in and I could talk as long as I want. As long as people want to hear me, I can have people call in and ask me anything. I don't worry about what people are going to ask me. I don't prepare for anybody, because Allah's here. Allah will answer every question of anybody at any time, no matter what it is. Allah will speak. I've learned this. That's a big test, isn't it? That's a pretty big test that you can see in Allah. But what I tell you is just very truth. If Allah's here living in you, what religion is not killing, like the Jews were killing, committing genocide in Palestine just now? They just had a ceasefire. Recently, in the United States, 14 people got run over by a truck of a person, an Islam soldier that was in the United States, a sympathizer. He wasn't from another country. He was an American and was a soldier in America. But he was also It's an ICE, I mean, Al Qaeda. No, I take it back. He was ISIS. ISIS. And he called everybody an infidel. Who's an infidel that's killing God? If God's here in us and he's killing God, who's the infidel? Come on. You're listening to infidels. You're acting for infidels. You'll do anything for the infidel that doesn't, they have no clue what God's all about. God's living in you. God lives in you. Your family's living in you. They were living in them. They're even terrorists and don't realize it. They're not bad people because they are carrying innocent, unborn, and innocent people in their DNA. You can't just take a person like that and kill them and wish them to go to hell or anything like that. Because first off, there is no hell. Hell's a relative term. Everybody's been through hell in this world. Unfortunately, myself and too many people have lived in are living in hell. I've got delivered myself. Well, this place can be hell many times. Was homeless during Christmas. But the point of the matter is, you understand this is a short video, and I'm trying to make it really fast so that you can get the point. I'm coming to make radio and YouTube comments. If I got on public radio there, even for a half hour, that would get the Egyptians started calling in. And all they got to do is refer to my videos at YouTube. That's why I want to get to a radio station and get an interpreter and go talk to them and see how much it costs. I'm sure I can come up with the cost because I make $1,500 a month. So that's if that's the case, that I can probably afford to make a broadcast, a radio broadcast to tell everybody what I'm going to do. I need the Egyptians to help me find a piece of property that looks at the pyramids, which you get to see every day, that looks straight at the pyramids. I only need you in Egypt. You use hectares. I don't need but a area 1/3 of the area of a hectare to build the bank. In the United States, that'd be called an acre. And lot that's actually a half acre, way less than that. Okay, I need a lot that's 208 feet by 208 feet to build the bank. Now I got my dog. Okay, I guess I've got to stop the video. No respect for God, no respect for me. Now I got to put up with the dogs and be one in about 2 seconds. They couldn't put them outside. So can't trust them going outside. I got to shut my mouth so I can keep out of here. Do you understand what I'm talking about? This is going through hell. And it can be living in hell. I'm going to pay. I need you, the Egyptians, to help me find a bank. I'll make the payments. I can make the payments. But once everybody understands this video, within a month, in June, by June, I'm hoping between June and July that every Egyptian has 5 million Egyptian pounds in their bank account. Then I want every Egyptian to immediately draw out that $5 million and transfer it into a bank of Cairo or wherever, their own bank, so they can use an ATM card and so that they can have a debit card. You can't do that at the God's Coin Bank. You have to be there personally. You have to open an account first. Now, this is what I'm coming to do. How hard is it going to be for me once I start this thing to get every Egyptian to come and open accounts for the whole family? This is what I'm. This is all what I'm going to do, and I'm hoping it only takes a month. This is enough. And I'm going to build the bank. I want to build the bank overlooking Giza. I'll be able to go after this when money starts coming in. I got to recruit the money and show the power to Elon Musk with $375 billion, to Jeff Bezos with just under the same thing. I got to show these people and tell them the dollar bill is going away. It's going to be worth nothing, pennies, as soon as you start making money, because they have to pay $100,000 per God's coin to get one. You're getting one for free. You see what I'm saying? And they got to understand, once everybody turns their money into God's coin, every country's money is going to go down. That's why I want you to put it right back in the bank, in the Bank of Egypt. They're going to have more money than they ever had before. Okay, I got to go. It's getting ridiculous. Okay, but you understand what I'm saying? I'm coming. I'll be flying. Warwick, are buying the tickets. I should be there flying out of here on the 21st of May. And I'll be there. I have the room ready to go up to at the Safari Hotel like I always do. From there on that month, I have to get to a radio broadcast or make it and make videos too in my room. I'll get one of the guys, Mahi or Mohammed, the guys that I know can speak very good English, and they will translate on the video so that everybody can hear what I'm saying. What person in any religion is going to deny that God doesn't live in us? Who's going to say that God's anywhere in the universe, living in it, or you can't see God? Of course, you can't see God. But if you don't know you're breathing because of God. Anyway, I'll get to go. It's going to get ridiculous about it. You understand? I'm making this video. I'm putting it on YouTube for everybody to see. This is what I got to put up with. Not for long, and not for long for the Egyptians. I'm hoping by July, every Egyptian has 5 million British Egyptian pounds in their bank account, not just in the by by August to have that same amount in an Egyptian bank account in Cairo or whatever, one of the banks in Egypt, so that they can have use of that ATM and use the ATM card. When I get the money to pay you, everybody here, and build that bank in Cairo, I already know what it's going to cost. I know exactly who's going to build it, and I know how fast it's going to be there. It'll be built in 1 month. 3 stories tall. The bottom floor is going to be for banking, all banking, and there'll be a huge lobby, offices, and the bank. Okay, with elevators and bathrooms downstairs. And when they get, that's going to be downstairs. On the next floor, it's going to be a restaurant. A restaurant for the customers and for the employees to eat. All the employees will eat breakfast, lunch, and take home dinner. Okay? They even want to take home dinner. But you'll eat at the restaurant and free meals. All the customers will have free meals anytime they want to be there. On the next floor is going to be the mosque. It's going to be the observation deck, but it's also going to be overlooking the pyramids. But it'll have curtains where everybody's going to pull the curtains and draw the curtains 5 times a day in prayer. It'll be the mosque. On the roof will be solar panels to provide the electricity for the bank. I'll have solar in and out, and also for cars to plug into on the outside. I'm hoping that once this gets started, everybody has God's coin coming in, and everybody has a brand new Tesla car or any car of their choice, but hopefully electric car that they can plug in while they're banking. There's electric charging stations all over Cairo already. but you're making enough to that I'll be able to finance the Tesla car myself. Because if I'm paying you wages, all they got to do is withhold uh, one God's coin, and it pays for it. Remember, it pays easily for it because every God's coin is worth $100,000 or 5 million British pounds. I mean, Egyptian pounds. Selena, I want you as my wife to be close to me, and you to teach me um, Arabic and um, Egyptian. I want to take you all on tours of the Cairo Museum, both the new and the old one, and tell you the stories I know that Allah's told me of how pyramids were built and who stole and broke into every pyramid. The whole stories, every story. Well, the stories I got to tell, even Dr. Um, Hawass, Zahaya Hawass, will be amazed at what I know. Yeah, I got to go. The dogs are going to get crazy and everybody's getting crazy here. Okay. I'm going to put this on YouTube right soon today. Okay. For everybody. And because I'm showing this, I'm desperate. But I got myself tied in. I had to buy a home for my son and myself. If anything goes wrong, I had to come back here. And the place is big enough for both of us. Okay. That. This is a contingency I had to make because I was really to give it all up. Any hope of coming back here when I knew Selena was going to be with me. But now I don't know. And so that's what's going on. Selena, no, I love you. I know you, and you know me better than any, my brother, my sister, any ex-wife I had. You know me better than them because you actually took an interest in my life. And the interest in my life is you love Allah. It doesn't take much to please me. When you love Allah and you want to hear about Allah, and you want to rejoice every Friday because that's the day of Allah. That's who I want to be with. It doesn't mean I won't be um, associating with the Jews and the Christians because I know so much about them and I have to tell them too. But my heart is as a Bedouin. And I'll explain that to you more when I get to see you guys all. My heart is as a Bedouin. And you'll know because if they wander in the desert, they do all kinds of things that you wouldn't think of. They make their own alcohol. You're not supposed to drink alcohol. Yeah. They do all kinds of, they gamble. They have fun. They're fun loving people. And guess who lives inside them and they know it? Allah. Allah lives in them. This is what the Islam doesn't understand. They don't know when they get out there in the desert what they're going to eat. Yeah, they know more about Allah because they know where Allah's at. And Allah doesn't like to be ruled. He doesn't like to face the rules of man. He needs people that, how do you say, they don't as necessarily break the rules, but understand who made the rules to fight against the rules. That's why everybody that gets a God's coin account that's 18 and older will become a registered voter. That's how the government's making rules that don't apply to anything except for greed. Who's going to pay the most? Okay, I got to go. Bye bye.